The Medusa buff is absolutely incredible. In this footage that you're going to see right now is a rank 5 6-star ascended Medusa and obviously the new buff situation. I do have a 114 signature. You're probably wondering, like, why didn't I 200 signature? And I thought, yeah, well, let's just try whatever with this, especially getting that awakened ability. My main thing about this that I wanted to try, and some of the things that I've time coded in the video, is armor shatter to get a further buff, gain a true accuracy buff, and figure out whether or not that true accuracy buff is going to be beneficial. One of the big things that Medusa has a limitation of, yes, she suppresses hashtag robot-based champions, but always seems to come a cropper, which is a British term for, I don't know, slipping up against the likes of Ultron. Ultron has, as a tech-based and robot-based champion, an evade-based mechanic that is passive. But if you take a true accuracy type champion, you're able to kind of like take on that. So it's finding an extra utility bit that is going to like open up Medusa for a whole lot of other things. Also in this video you're going to see footage mainly with double-edged liquid courage masteries, because the champion is poison immune. We can actuate a lot more damage, and an SP3 rotation because I don't want to recoil quite as much. I might want to get into armor shattered quickly because it means I get to suppress the robot champions, taking a champion against Abyss of Legends, the Darkhawk, Starlord in Labyrinth of Legends. That's what we're going to see in this video. There's a lot of things we're going to see and go over. Another thing that's going to be seen in the video, because this is MCOC in 2024, there's a lot of things going on. Thor Relic is being used, and utilizing that 5-hit combo ender, launch striker, SP3, hit in, build up again. I like that rotation with the champion. The final thing you're going to see as well paired with the champion is a team that's centralized around, first of all, Odin. Odin has a prefight, as a lot of you know, that will give a, aptitude, as well as a few other buffs as well. I did play about the champion with the harvest seed for gallons to make another Herald. That is something that maybe like further down the line doing, but it's adding too much complexity to the video. So without further ado, let's go over some footage, which of course is time coded, and I'll talk about some matters which I think are quite good to mention. Start right now in Realm of Legends. As you can see, the seed harvest. Now, one mistake I think for the video is that I didn't continue on in the fights up until, say, Hulk, but I think this is definitely going to be like one of these go-to options of fun. Putting on the Odin prefight, you can see first and foremost, we do have as well the Karnak and the Black Bolt synergy for all of this, because, hey, improving attack rating is going to be nice. And of course, that's what you're going to see with this. The takedown, the crits are just nice, really nice. You're going to see the bleed be somewhat of a focus point when it comes to the larger health pool fights against Starlord, which is coming up in a minute. It's actually our next set of fights. Of course, for a rotation standpoint, I'm opting for an SP3 rotation, but the damage, the crits are just, I mean, look, that's 48 hits and done. I probably could have done it in like less with the double-edged liquid courage mastery. Okay, so this is going to be cut a little bit partway through. We'll see the cut. I'll point out the cut in a minute, because I don't want to leave 3-minute long fights on here, or even like 1-minute 46 fights, because we want to get to the juicy bits. With Starlord, again, same principle in Labyrinth of Legends, because you're not able to stun, or you're not able to use parry for the entirety of the fight, because, let's face it, that's not going to, I think that's one of the marks of the Labyrinth, so we just cut there. You can see the ramp up, the bleed effects are ramping up so nicely right there. As long as I get my SP3 rotations in, I can keep that bleed up strong and continuous, obviously for those high hit pool fights. That's when, obviously, of course, you can bleed once you've armor shattered, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm trying to build it to that SP3 before losing it. In a few attempts of this, I did lose out, and that's just down to AI. You know, MCOC AI, Kabam's built AI is not exactly brilliant. That's why they're going to fix it, because it's not in a great standing point. Of course, they can't fix that yellow blur on screen, which It's always everybody's bane and nuisance, but hey, maybe in like 2-3 years, Kabam will get it sorted. Anyway, the bleed damage build up is quite nice. You can see there, we're building up, and it's ticking okay. I did get a bit of an issue there, but auto block saved me in being absolutely comboed into oblivion. And that happens sometimes. Sometimes you miss-hit or miss-tap, and that's on you. Anyway, it's nice to get your striker in. It's nice to finish off with... There we go. Perfect. Now it's evade countering time. It also stands the same thing when it comes to auto block, because true accuracy is all about taking on auto block and evade. But I'm not putting any auto block countering based stuff but you can be rest assured, by as soon as you're getting that SP1, first of all, getting armor shattered, we get the true accuracy buff pop up, and then we're able to pop up and do our bit. Now, unfortunately, in this particular fight against Spider-Man, it didn't pop up with evade, so I was kind of like a bit annoyed there, or maybe it did, maybe it was suppressed. Anyway, this was more of a beta tester, and that was going up against Ultron. I'm using a 3-star version right here because I just wanted to build up firstly. He got that evade up right there. You can see that's obviously working as is. But I wanted to get armor shattered in the safest way as possible. Ultron throws his SP1. We then need to kind of like go in. You can see there we're getting immune pop up, but I think that's to do with the bleed. Either way, he didn't evade at all, so I'll take that as suppressed, or... I'm pretty certain of that. Otherwise, it's the hashtag robot ability accuracy reduction, which is ticked in, possibly. I don't know. I'd like to hope that true accuracy came in and kind of like was working there. Darkhawk, different situation. We're in the Abyss of Legends version of Darkhawk. SP1 goes in first of all. That means that Darkhawk is not ever able to build up any power, which helps us out massively because all we need to do is SP3 rotate and do that for the remainder of the fight. Once I'm comfortable and sat into this fight, I mean, first of all, we need to put in the Thor Relic in order to kind of give us a bit more juice to do some damage with those Fury buffs now they're up, and a little bit of that sort of aptitude passive-y effect, or effect in general. The fight's been now fast-forwarded, you can see there, and we're going to see the last kind of remainder of the fight as we're kind of like we're ramping up. Of course, 146 hits for so far, 7-star version. What will that be able to do? Well, I'm excited what that could do indeed. Hopefully that can do a lot more damage, but I don't know. As I said, Kabam have put in the past in a spreadsheet that a 7-star rank 3 is equal to a 6-star rank 5 ascended. We'll see if that's indeed the case or not. Now, SP3 rotate there, and a bit of a mistake as well. I threw my Relic too early. Now, I don't know if this is the fight I start learning more of that technique of going, let's throw the striker, stun, SP3, come out and you're into stun, re-ramping again. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be doing that in this particular footage. It's definitely something that I've done in future footage. Definitely we saw that with... I think the Starlord fight earlier in the video, but I'm just steadily ramping up. I could be doing some intercepts, but I'm really in the kind of early stages of testing out Kabam's AI improvements. There we go. There's the example. Striker, throw, stun, SP3 launch. Straight out into stun, re-ramp your 5-hit combo. Nice. So there we go. That's kind of the process I'd like to kind of do that, especially if you're running double edge and liquid courage masteries, which I do recommend with Medusa to kind of improve the extentuation of her damage and extentuation, what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? I think we're gonna do a cheeky SP2 to finish, which is gonna go in. No, maybe not. Anyway, not too bad of a fight, and I think 235 hits on this one, with the highest combo, or highest damage being 85k, if I remember rightly. Yeah, there we go, 85k. So, it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun, always, and had with Medusa. I think this adds extra to her. Adding in that ability to take on... champions that have evade and auto block based mechanics puts her into just extra counters to champions that I just wouldn't think that she'd be okay to do. She can handle a little bit more than she did before, and also go in a different direction if there's any pesky champions with true accuracy, with evade or auto block and stuff like that. Either way, Medusa, great champion, and it's good to know that maybe you'd want to take her into Abyss of Legends. Maybe you will. Maybe people are going to find a lot more. I think that she just puts out more damage, a poison immune option that could be very helpful. Used in a future alliance war? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll have to see what people are kind of willing to kind of take her into. Now, she's had that improvement, but 7-star version, Gimme, gimme, gimme. Should be good. That's been a video. What are your thoughts on Medusa? Have you ranked her up? How are you using her? Are you testing her out? What do you think? Anyway, have your say in the comments. I'll see you all soon. I think it's the final video for today. I don't know if I'm going to get a Purgatory video done in time because it just took a little while to kind of get the footage I needed to and test and have fun. Because it's nice having fun sometimes in Marvel Contest of Champions. Thanks for watching and bye-bye.